Discover the key wealth secrets to unlock your mind and attract money. There comes a moment in every person's life, a silent, almost imperceptible moment, when they look around and realize that nothing outside of them will change until something inside changes first. That moment is sacred. It's when excuses no longer offer shelter. When blaming the world, the government, the economy, or your past suddenly feels hollow. It's the moment when you stand alone before the mirror of your mind and see the truth. You have been the jailer of your own wealth. Boss, the keys were never buried in Wall Street, never in the hands of your boss, your parents, or luck. They were forged in thought. Every empire, from Rockefeller to Ford, from Carnegie to Musk, began with nothing more than a mind that refused to accept poverty as permanent. A mind that declared, if wealth exists, I will have it. And I will have it by law, not by luck. Wealth begins inside. It starts not with bank accounts, contracts, or investments, but with perception, with the inner dialogue that shapes your daily choices. Every belief you hold about money, every mental image of success, every emotional reaction to lack. These are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious. Water doubt and scarcity grows. Feed, faith, and abundance blooms. Consider the great architects of industry and innovation. They weren't handed opportunity, they shaped it. Their achievements weren't products of luck. They were the inevitable result of deliberate thought, consistent intention, and relentless action. The mind is a machine of creation. What it conceives, it can manifest. Your role is not to wait for circumstances to be perfect, but to forge clarity and act regardless of uncertainty. You have been conditioned to play small, to fear risk, to accept mediocrity as normal. But inside you, there is a force unbound by these limitations. Every great inventor, entrepreneur, and leader began by seeing beyond what existed. They imagined possibilities and devoted themselves relentlessly to making that vision real. Your mind is your laboratory, your forge, your battlefield. Treat it as such. Reprogramming it requires vigilance. Examine your thoughts. Do they build wealth or erode it? Do they cultivate fear or courage? The wealthiest people do not merely acquire money. They cultivate the mindset that allows wealth to flow naturally. They understand that income is a reflection of identity, not just labor. When your thinking evolves, your environment and results follow. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. Ideas without execution remain fantasies. Knowledge without application remains inert. Align your intellect, your energy, and your daily effort. Set goals that ignite urgency. Structure your time like a strategist planning a campaign. Measure progress, not excuses. And when obstacles arise, and they will, persist. True wealth emerges in the crucible of challenge, where consistency meets resilience. Think of Edison, who endured 10,000 failed experiments before creating the light bulb, or Walt Disney, fired for lacking imagination, yet building a kingdom, or Abraham Lincoln, rejected time and again before his presidency. They outlasted struggle. They absorbed every blow and chose to rise anyway. Resilience is the price of admission to greatness. Gratitude amplifies this process. Recognizing the value in what you already have rewires your mind to receive more. It is not superstition. It is psychology. When you consciously appreciate your current resources, your brain adapts, opens to new opportunities, and cultivates creativity. A grateful mindset acts like a magnet for prosperity, transforming your perception of risk and reward. As Wallace D. Wattles and Wattles taught, a mind fixed upon the best tends to become the best. Gratitude is not passive. It is magnetic. Adaptability is equally essential. The world changes constantly. Markets shift, technologies disrupt, industries evolve. The rigid are left behind, the flexible thrive. Learn to pivot without losing direction. Maintain principles while experimenting with methods. Wealth is rarely won by the strongest or smartest. It is claimed by the prepared, the flexible, and the relentless. When Edison's factory burned to the ground, he said, "Thank God all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start again fresh." That is adaptability married to faith. Wealth belongs to those who can adjust methods without losing sight of the destination. Your identity must evolve with your goals. To attract wealth, you must embody it first. Speak, act, and think like the person you aim to become. Habits, routines, and focus are the scaffolding of transformation. Discipline is the unseen force shaping the visible. While others succumb to distraction, you must practice persistence, patience, and precision. Each day compounds into a trajectory that carries you closer to your ambitions. The mind that created your current reality is not the mind that will build your empire. Build a new mind, not with hope, not with hype, but with discipline, clarity, and conviction. Because money follows the person who knows where they are going and refuses to quit until they arrive. Embrace lifelong learning, read, observe, reflect, and implement. The minds of the wealthy are constantly expanding, absorbing new insights, testing strategies, and refining approaches. Knowledge without action is wasted. Wisdom applied consistently is the engine of success. The more you evolve internally, the more the external world bends in alignment with your intentions. Money is a mirror of your mindset. Your beliefs, courage, vision, and discipline dictate what you attract. Change those, and wealth is inevitable. You're not waiting for a break. You're becoming the force that creates breaks. You're not hoping for luck. You're generating it through preparation and execution. You're not chasing wealth. You're embodying it. Now is the moment to act. Transform your thoughts, master your emotions, structure your habits, and pursue your vision with unwavering clarity. Align every decision, effort, and idea with the life you are determined to create. The journey is demanding, but the reward is your freedom, your legacy, and the certainty that you have become a magnet for abundance in all forms. Stand tall in your soul, because this is where the fire begins to rise. You want wealth. You want success that roars like thunder through your name and legacy. Then you must become a person of purpose, unshakable, untouchable, unwavering. The reason most never build lasting wealth isn't lack of talent or resources. It's drifting through life like a ship without a rudder. They wake up, check the news, live someone else's agenda, react instead of commanding life. Purpose is a blade that cuts through noise. It tells the universe, this is where I'm going. This is who I'm becoming, and nothing will pull me from that course. Andrew Carnegie didn't rise from poverty by chance. He had a definite chief aim, backed by faith, clarity, and iron will. He didn't ask if he would succeed. He declared it and bent the world to match the image in his mind. Purpose without discipline is like a loaded cannon with no aim. Discipline is the silent architect of empires. It's the one who writes while others sleep, studies while others binge TV, trains the mind to obey despite excuses. Tesla slept 2 hours to devote time to thought. Edison endured 10,000 failures. Lincoln read by candlelight in a log cabin. These were men shaped by discipline and divine purpose. Your actions must reflect desire. Set aside hours, not minutes, for your craft, growth, and financial education. Track behavior like a commander studies a battlefield. Money responds to congruence, not fantasy. You must master directed effort. Work while others whine. Build while others binge. Stay focused while the world succumbs to mediocrity. Rise, separate from the crowd, ascend into the 1% not because of luck, but because you dared what most wouldn't. Combine gratitude with intense action, and you've tapped into one of the greatest wealth secrets. Gratitude multiplies, shifts frequency, tunes your mind to opportunity. A man who complains cannot attract better circumstances, but one who honors every dollar opens gates to more. The law of attraction, cause and effect, circulation, they are unbreakable. Speak prosperity, breathe purpose. Become a lighthouse for those lost in fog. Remember, money is never the goal, it is the evidence. Evidence that you dared to think bigger, act stronger, see farther, and serve deeper. You're not seeking wealth, you are becoming it. Rise, unlock your mind, attract your riches, live the life already written in your soul. Repetition is the sculptor of destiny. You will not become what you visualize once. You become what you visualize consistently, daily, obsessively. Install it into your subconscious until behaviors, standards, and environment match that inner self-image. The fire you light inside will forge every decision, action, and outcome. Your bank account, your influence, your freedom, all will reflect the mind you have cultivated. As the greatest wealth is internal, certainty, clarity, and calm that no recession, failure, or betrayal can take. It is freedom of choice, sovereignty over your time, impact on the world, and legacy that transcends money. Align thought with action, belief with behavior, purpose with discipline, gratitude with resilience, adaptability with learning. Let every cell in your body vibrate at the frequency of abundance. Feed your mind, starve your doubts, embody principles, act relentlessly, and the universe will conspire in your favor. Look in the mirror. That face you see is the architect of your wealth, the gatekeeper of your riches, the only person who can command your life into existence. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now. Stop blaming, stop waiting, stop hesitating. Every delay costs momentum, confidence, and belief. Declare, I am the master of my wealth. I am the cause of my results. I am the source of unlimited abundance. Repeat it until your bones believe it, until every cell rises with energy, until doubt dies in the face of your declaration. You are no longer available for lack, limitation, or fear. The world awaits a soul so aligned, certain, and convicted that it cannot help but shift gravity in their favor. You were planted to command, create, lead, and rise. You are here to thrive, to become a steward of wealth so profound it elevates everyone around you. Everything you seek has been inside you all along, in your thoughts, your will, and the fire you dare ignite. Reprogram your mind, align identity with action, build clarity, purpose, and discipline. Feed gratitude, embrace resilience and adaptability. Pursue learning relentlessly, step forward, command your life, create your empire, embody wealth, live your destiny,